talk and, whether they have something to say as far as Jesus was born, they all, existed and died on the cross. That's not something they dispute. What they dispute is, was he God? But nobody says that Jesus wasn't born. He had to have existed, just from what you read in history and also in the Bible. Sorry if I'm putting you guys to sleep with all this history. So, just one second. As we find out, they go and they seal the tomb and they put guards around it, so that basically says there are two options. Either he got up and walked out, or someone stole him from the tomb. There's no way someone could have taken the stone, moved it away, and stolen Jesus' body from the tomb. Because, well, there were Roman guards around it, and there was a huge boulder in front. They just didn't have the means. Not a small group of people. A crew could have done it, but then they would have immediately reported it to the rest of Rome, or the guards died, but the guards were still alive, and they said what happened. So we know that Jesus came, he died, he was buried, and then he went missing from the tomb. The Bible explains what happened when he went missing from the tomb. People have always speculated or tried to come up with some other answer, saying that they stole his body from the tomb, and even going as far as to saying that, well, he was alive after the cross, like that he survived the cross, and that in the tomb he escaped somehow, which is very, very impossible. An interesting fact that I've learned: when they pierced his side with a spear after, and killing him, when blood and water came out, that means that the blood had already settled in his chest, and then blood and water came out. If his heart was still pumping, it would have just been blood. So Jesus was dead by the time the spear had pierced him. Dead, and then they buried him in the tomb. He was already dead. He either rose up and got out, like it says in the Bible, or he was stolen, but he wasn't stolen, because that's just not what happened. That's not what history says happened, and that's not what the guards say happened, and that's not what anyone says happened, although people have tried to piece things together. All of these things, other than the Bible, are how we know that the Bible is historically accurate, because it's talked about by so many different people. And that's really what I wanted to bring to this lesson today, and actually quote all of those people that get drawn from in history, especially Josephus and all those Gentiles that were historians, and a lot of the Jewish historians, and go through all that. I hope this lesson has been very informative and has shown you many of the things that have been happening, or many of the documents we go to validate the Bible that aren't the Bible, so that you don't have to follow the Bible blind. You can see that all these things obviously happened. And I just hope that everybody learned a few things, and thank you for your time.